Welcome to the Daily Debrief, an in-depth look at one of today's top stories. I'm Jason Dinant, here with 13 Action News reporter Abel Garcia. And Abel's story today was in regards to Raider Nation coming here to Las Vegas, setting up shop, and how restaurants and other businesses are doing, and if they've seen an increase now that we have games with fans and all that fun stuff. Abel, tell us a little bit more about your story and the background.
Definitely. So we were able to get a little bit of two different perspectives. We spoke to one bar here called Hennessy's Tavern, and the manager there was basically just telling us how beneficial this has been to be an NFL city, to be a part of Raider Nation, and to have these fans come in. I mean, he said he had both Ravens fans in here and he also had Raiders fans in his location, and they were packed. I mean, the entire time since they opened till they closed, there were so many fans just filling up their location, and they were seeing sales that they've never really seen before. I mean, they were doubling in the amount of sales that they do on a normal Monday night. And Fremont is always very, very busy. So to see that drastic increase in sales for them is a little rare, but they were so excited to see it. And now they say moving forward, they hope to continue to see those trends. But it was interesting. We were able to also get another take down the street from Fremont, literally from where we were at Hennessy's Tavern, about 3-minute walk down. We went to Therapy too, and their take was a little bit different. They were actually saying that a lot of the casinos were taking away their customers as a result, because they say, casinos is where, the betting is at and where they have the large, big screens. So we kind of have both sides of the spectrum, one business who really was getting, who's benefiting from this, and another who right now they're seeing that it might be a little worrisome as casinos continue to kind of take over and grab those customers and take them from their location.
Did either place say for the next game, are they going to be doing anything different, anything the same, or what's that plan for them, especially for the business that wasn't doing so well?
Definitely. So the business that wasn't doing so hot this time around, they're really trying to advertise a little bit more, put some more, announcements, or put some more commercials, or just more things that brings more publicity to their location. They also are really working hard to also put some wonderful specials, a lot of food specials, a lot of drink specials, and just try to bring that crowd over, because they have really nice screens in there. I think they have approximately like 8 screens throughout their whole location, and they're very large, they're very big. They have surround sound system too. So it's a very great and adequate spot to have a watch party at, but just wasn't so effective this time around. But they're hoping down the road for the next home game, that will be different.
And now yesterday for the first home game, you were at Tommy Rockers. How was that experience, and how did they say that the team has it been beneficial for them or not so much?
Definitely. So at Tommy Rockers, I mean, I think the proximity is what helps them out significantly. They're just 3 blocks away from Allegiant Stadium. So once those fans leave, they still want to celebrate, especially yesterday after their first win. A lot of people were wild up. They were ready to go. So they just go over to Tommy Rockers, and they still have some really, really good sales, great specials, great food. And it's a local bar. They've been here for so long. So it's been helping them significantly. I mean, we spoke to the owner himself, and he says it was a huge and drastic impact to have those fans. Being the second year that we have the Raiders in town, last year it was not so good with the pandemic and everything, but this year, now that fans are finally able to get back into the stadium, he says it is just so beneficial for them to have that increased amount of foot traffic going into their business. But one thing that is really helping him is a lot of those fans who were not vaccinated at the time, they weren't able to get into the field now that Allegiant Stadium is requiring those fans to be vaccinated. So when those fans found out that they weren't going to be able to get inside, they say, let's go to Tommy Rockers. They already have these screens available. They have the watch parties there. Let's just make that happen. And plus, we don't have to pay the price to get into the stadium either. So you kind of get both of these different scenarios and how beneficial it is to have this situation and have that proximity, but you just get to see the different, things that are really benefiting our local economy as well.
Thank you, Abel, for joining us here in the Daily Debrief. For more on this story and all of today's top stories, visit ktnv.com and stay tuned for more after the break right here on KTNV Streaming, Las Vegas News on your time.